Thank you. I rise in support of the Sherman-Waters Amendment number 746. For quite some time, Chairwoman Waters and I have been in favor of strong sanctions against Russia for interference in our elections. Now, I don't want this to be partisan. There's this idea that only Democrats care about protecting our elections from Russian interference. That is not the case. When the Senate was controlled by Republicans, the Senate Intelligence Committee issued a report stating Russian government is engaged in aggressive, multifaceted effort to influence or attempt to influence the outcome of the 2016 election. But there are those who think that perhaps President Trump did not believe that Russia tried to influence our elections. Putting aside 2016, what did the Trump administration say about our 2018 election? On September 30th, 2019, the Trump Treasury Department announced sanctions in response to Russian interference in our 2018 election, and then the Trump administration imposed sanctions on a, quote, Russian agent for trying to influence our 2020 election. Partisanship stops at the water's edge. We need to stop Russia from interfering in our elections. Both parties have imposed sanctions on Russia for doing so. The question is, how do we make those sanctions effective? Existing sanctions apply to the purchase of sovereign debt. This is debt issued by the Russian government, but only when you're acting as the underwriter, not purchases in the secondary market. That's ineffective. In May of this year, the Russian deputy finance minister told us that when he said that sanctions imposed restrictions don't cover the secondary market, and so they're going to be ineffective, or in his words, so we don't expect the share of non-residents to move far from the current levels. We need to listen to the Russian deputy finance minister as to how to make the sanctions that both Democrats and Republicans agree on more effective. The sanctions imposed here will raise the Russian cost of borrowing of the Russian government by between 0.5% and 0.75%, based on a rating by ACRA. Further, it's good economic policy. We have a scarce amount of investment capital in the United States. I want to see it invested in American businesses, either in stock or as loans by our banks and others to our companies. Can anybody make the argument that we're worse off if money is invested in American companies instead of being lent to Vladimir Putin? There is no credible argument as to why American pension plans, asset managers, and households should be funding the Russian government at a time when in 2016, 2018, and 2020, both parties and former President Trump realized that Russia was interfering in our elections and deserves to be sanctioned. Let's make those sanctions effective by adopting this amendment. I reserve the balance of my time.